Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be going through my BBL Supercoach team review for round 6, I believe it was, and then also going through and previewing round 7 and the trade alternatives that I currently have, as I'm just going to do one last double check on the Sydney weather prediction. It doesn't look good still. I'm going to tell you that. Still hasn't really changed at all since the last time I saw it and checked it about an hour ago. So yeah, this is as about up to date as I can give you guys. It's, yeah, nothing's changing in the prediction so far at the moment. So we're going to be holding strong at the moment. But anyway, let's just jump into this video and I'll sort of show what my initial trade was, if I can grab up the actual, the initial trade that I was thinking about, and then also going into let's just see, do I have anything about it? Don't think so. So I don't have anything other than a DM about it, so let me just bring up the, there we go, that should, I can at least, do that. Okay, so anyway, let's just jump into this. So, 748 was a decent round actually. I saw some of my mates get like 850s, 860s, etc. I just had to hold some other guys just in insurance, and it kind of cost me a little bit. I feel like with the money, I did lose a little bit in terms of cash. But if Turner had gotten to 20 or had taken the catch or the run out, etc., and then somehow he could have easily had a 60 on his hands, like I think I said in the video. A 60 would have put me at 790 or so, and that would have put me probably top about 1200 or so at that point. But yeah, a round rank of 2,478 was huge, and total score is in the top 3% now of 5,038, and then the season rank of 1548. And I can tell you right now, I did do some looking at it last night. If I'd had Jake Doran in, I would be currently sitting at a rough rank of about on the season of 740th, give or take, which just shows how much it can flick, and I would be in a massive position if it was the case. But oh well, there are some casualties, I guess, of being out of the country, and that's one of them, alongside the cash generation, which I've really struggled to get this year and generate. But anyway, looking at the side, Philippi 18, he failed again, and looking at the weather, I'm looking at potentially trading him out if it doesn't improve by tonight. And you'll see one set of trades that has him in, one set that doesn't. Will Sutherland 166, he has been a stalwart at the moment and is a potential massive VC shout, captaincy shout, if things don't go away. But we are looking at and predicting that this one is a rain out here at the SCG, and you can see how much I'm going, I've got Sean Abbott, I've got Ben DeWashers, Lockie Ferguson is a dud as well at the moment, Cooper Conley, Finn Allen, and Ashton Turner. That's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys already that I have that will be zeros if we are predicting a zero or a complete washout. So that means 7 guys, and so I can only fill my bench with 4. So yeah, that sort of shows how I'm probably going to be at best on 11 guys. But I can tell you right now, if you look at the top 1% or so, if we look at the top 1% and we filter for Sydney Sixers and Perth Scorchers, you'll see 61% owned Cooper Conley, massive drop because of the weather. Jack Edwards 37, 33, 33, 33, 20, 13 or 14%, not 10%, 8.5. You know, a lot of people are looking at this and going, the weather stinks at the moment. So they might be trading out those guys. I'm more in line to hold the bowlers if it is a rain-affected game, because we know rain-affected games, 5 overs, you can easily pick up a pole so easily, or 2 in a 5-over game, as batters just chuck their hands at everything. So that more inclined to bowlers scoring like 30 or 40 than a batter getting to 20 off. They need a good out 8 to 10 balls. And that in itself is 2.5 overs. That's already like half of the time out of a 5 to 6 over game in itself. So that's why I think that, and that's them scoring at 2 runs a ball. If they don't score quickly and take 3 or 4 balls just to get themselves in and set, and then start going at 2 runs a ball, that gets it up to 12 or 13 balls, which starts to get towards that point of them being already the innings over before they get to the 20. So that's why I think that the bowlers are a little bit more valuable in it. So that's why I'm considering holding like Dwarshuis and Abbott over like Connolly and stuff like that. And also Philippe. Connolly, as we said. Stoinis, I just shared a post with someone that Stoinis is just a cramp, so he's fine. And I said it sort of in that game review that I think Stoinis is fine. Finn Allen, at 49, it sucks that now he looks to be a rain out this round. So I probably should have thought ahead about that and gone for like a Webster or someone like that. But Finn Allen in the end did make 29k. So he did make a massive amount of cash. So I don't think there was really anyone else in that reign that I could have really gone for. Chowdhury didn't play, but they're back this round, which is huge. Tom Curran should be back this round, we expect, for the Melbourne Stars. And if he isn't, I'm kind of stuffed anyway. So let's just hope and pray that he's back. Ashton Turner had to hold, which kind of looks really bad now looking at it. But it is what it is. So that is what it is, I guess. Tom Rogers, absolutely huge. Glad that I held both him and Sutherland as they combined for a lot of my score, like a third of my score or something. Ben Dwarshuis 13, we talked about the Maxwell chance. If Maxwell does get out there, he probably gets 50 or so, and we're looking at a top almost 1,200, 1,000 rank just because of that. Sean Abbott, 99. Wes Agar, 24th. Lockie Ferguson, 86. He did his job, but is now a trade out. Probably could have looked at maybe going like instead of Lockie Ferguson, going like a David Warner. That probably would have helped a little bit longer in the long term, as it would have meant that I'd have one less guy that I need to trade out, and could have actually looked at trading a lot of these guys out and getting a better side. But then again, it's hard to trust the rain in these scenarios, as it can go and come and go very, very quickly. And Chris Green stuffed on a 10, but I think he's still got a really good role, so I'd be still holding on to him. Chris Jordan, I think he's got a really good role as well, and then Liam Scott obviously didn't play. So that's the team at the moment. So the first set of trades here is this one here, and so you can see that as well. And I'll just do that quickly so that you can see it. So it was Turner, Agar, and Ferguson. And Ferguson, this is based on the fact that we're not going to get a rain out. And then we go Melbourne Renegades. I can pick up the one guy down here. Where is he? The guy that cannot bat to save himself. Fraser McGurk. And then you get the two Brisbane Heat players in the likes of Spencer Johnson, and also you could go Xavier Bartlett and just go a full-on for them. But I still think that Michael Neser is doing really, really well there, and so I think he gets his overs as well. So that was one possible scenario. But then also the scenario that I think I'm going to probably end up going with, just because like you get rid of Agar, who's not really bowling the best, etc. Ferguson and Turner, who are pretty much all must. Turner is not going to play, Ferguson, etc. And you can kind of get away with doing a lot of finagling to get players on field, etc. or off the field, etc. If we just go like that, you kind of see that I'm down to 1, 2, so I'm down to 10 players on field at worst. 11 in general. So I'm 10 if you count Fraser McGurk's score coming on. So I'm down to 10 that way. Or I can go the more sort of pessimistic role in terms of the weather outlook for the Sydney game and do this, which I think sets me up better for the double in general, and just hope that Agar gets on, which I think should happen, but we'll again make changes if it does happen. But I think this is probably the trade the trade setup that I'll sit at the moment. And then the other trade was, I think it was Johnson in the end. Johnson, and then also Webster. Webster being a guy out next week is a little bit annoying. Maybe I can go instead of Webster. Is there anyone else that I can go? Players that I can afford with the bat. Is there any other? Maybe I could get another. Is there any other guy that's sort of in this reign that I like? Let's go to averages. I don't think so. Don't think Jason's saying it could be back, but I don't think he will be. I think that there's too much risk with a lot of other guys here. Maxi Bryan, I don't think I like anyway. Chris Lynn could be an interesting one, but at 148, 144k coming up against the Brisbane Attack, I don't really like that option too much. Hayden Kerr's on the rain out. Bethel has like one more game left. Chowdhury we already have. Tom Curran coming back, so we need him to play anyway. So Bo Webster's sort of the next guy up anyway. Could I get like a if we just go to like a guy like a Michael Nisa, if we then swap him into the batters ranks and go look at the bowlers, is there anyone here that I really like that is still playing? I don't think so. You're kind of looking at all of the sixes and guys like that, and I don't think I can go for like a Adam Zampa at this point in the season. Henry Thornton could be an option now that he's off his bye as well, so you could go down that route. But also he's had a little bit of a disappointing couple of rounds, I would think. What's that in the last three? He's sort of gone, 74 plus. He's gone 60 the last three, as it would have shown, as well as only had one blank. So against Brisbane, could he do really well as well? You could go down that route, and then you'd have him instead of Bo Webster. But Bo Webster has the all-rounder role, batting 3 as well and really scoring runs. So it would just be interesting which way I go down, I guess, in general. So yeah, I guess I could go Thornton, I could go with Nessa, but I could also go with the likes of Spencer Johnson and then also the likes of a Bo Webster, I think. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking at the moment, and we're just sort of tracking the Sydney weather, but I think the VC on McDermott is an alright play. Sydney Thunder, I'd only have Agar and Green, and Agar would be on the emergency there, so that if that is the case, then at least one of Abbott or Dwarshuis will get played off of. Tom Curran comes on for Finn Allen, who I think gets that as well. If he does end up playing, it's good. If he doesn't, then it doesn't really matter as much. And yeah, Chris Green in the flex position at the moment. Chris Jordan being in there doesn't really matter as much. You could go someone, but then again, yeah, I just have too many bowler only players, I guess, in general. So Liam Scott, I guess, would have to come out for like a Bo Webster or Tom Curran if the Allen does get on and I want that score, I guess. So obviously Sean Abbott's not going to be captain. I'm probably going to put it on a Will Sutherland, I would think, at this point. And yeah, just hope that Benny McDermott can fire up in the first game of the double. I could go like a Chris Jordan if they are batting first or something like that, or a Benny, but I do like Benny McDermott's back end of the season form. But yeah, probably could go Chris Jordan or something, as he hasn't been bowling the best, so that's the problem. But if they are batting first, it could go Chris Jordan. But if they're bowling first, it's probably going to be... if they're batting first and I like the lineup, then it's probably between Jordan and Green, honestly, for the VC at this point. Because, yeah, I just don't like any of the other guys. Also, I could actually go with Jamie Overton instead of Spencer Johnson, but I feel like that's just causing more chaos, as Jamie Overton might only play one more game. So, yeah, that's probably the reason why I wouldn't go there. Maybe you could also go Henry Thornton because he's going to get an almost even better role that Jamie Overton leaves in a little bit. So you could also go there over Bo Webster as well, and that would mean Michael Nisa. But we'll just have to wait and see after tonight what's the scenario, or what's the scenario going into about 7 p.m. with the weather. As we know here, if we just look at this and we update this again for you guys, Saturday, nothing is changing at the moment, obviously, as we know. But Saturday 2 to 20, and this is still not changed in the last little bit, so that is just a massive watch. But anyway, that's the video there going through my team review and team preview. I'm still hoping for top 500, which is about top 1%. After all the stuff ups, I know that I'd be pretty much on the precipice of it if I hadn't had that, if I'd had Jake Doran there instead of Lockie Shaw, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'd just be very, very careful of going guys that are on from the Sixers or the Scorchers, just because of the mass potential of them being out of, or DMP, sorry, because of weather. So I just watched that space there. But anyway, that's the video. If you did go on and enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and I'll see you guys in the next video. video, which is the trade targets for round 7. So I'll see you guys in that one. Bye, guys.